Carol.
You just lay right there.
Yeah, no,
We're going to keep us out of this. Okay. Of course, I've heard rumors that you can't always count on the Westport Town Board listening to
I
the
saw a
lawyers.
picture of the man.
Just keep us out of it, if you would. I don't
Yeah. She texted me and said,
I mean,
"Oh my
there's
God,
not-
there's no
We're going to get
mark
something
is
like
done." I
worms.
said, "Well, I hope you're at
Try
an
to make it.
emergency when you're somewhere." She said, "Yeah, I got out here in Greensburg." She said, "I couldn't have it. Greensburg sent them to Memphis." Yeah, sent him all the way up there. Said they didn't have a
Personally,
hand
see, it's getting
surgeon
off course.
on
Raise
call,
your hand so I
and
can
that
say what we
Tannenbaum
have a
wouldn't touch it.
conversation.
Whoever was up there would not touch it. So.
If that's okay. I mean, I don't really
But I reckon.
work with Ron. I'm not.
I told him to welcome to the world of amputees.
That's my worst nightmare.
Oh, Andrew about lost a thumb. And doing what he preached to his kids to never do, to never push a piece of wood with your hand, he caught that thumb up there.
Let's keep things low key. and-
Teachers can do it too, now. So anyways,
I work public relations with you, Yellowstone's 501c.
No laptop tonight, straight
It's a
paper,
lot easier if you don't
no distractions.
make a bunch of people mad.
Oh, you didn't bring yours either?
No,
Okay.
well, I mean, I brought it, but I left it.
Yeah.
I left it put up.
I didn't even bring
So
mine.
I
No
didn't plan
temptation.
on. I didn't plan on getting it out.
Just pretend I'm your.
You know, I just decided that I'm gonna not use the laptop. Normally, when I read stuff on there, then I make notes on the Post-it notes. I'm just gonna transfer to
There
different things.
were
by hand.
complaints about my mic, that it was real scratchy.
Right.
And I don't know whether it was the Wi-Fi or my wireless mouse that I was using. I need to figure out which one.
Right.
I probably may have to go to a wired mouse while I'm sitting up here, because I think these talk kind of on the same frequency.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Look at the source. It's same with the news, you know, like certain news.
yeah, exactly. Hello, Reverend Black. How are you? When are you leaving for the Sunshine State?
Tomorrow morning. I could prove you on top. Get that whole spacing out. When you're gone for 5 weeks, you take a lot with
Yes,
you.
you. Oh, well, tell me about it. Yep,
Yeah.
sure do. I just got back from Texas for 2 weeks, and I thought I'd taken everything but the kitchen sink.
I used to do okay until Brian.
Oh, honey, and then you may as well
Yeah,
throw in
as
the
soon as-
kitchen
soon as-
sink.
Yeah, as soon
because
as the
you're-
kid comes along, you gotta take everything,
Oh, yeah.
including the kitchen sink.
Yep, yep, yep. And then Andrew had made a cradle
I'll tell her you told me.
for our first
I'll own up
granddaughter.
to it.
And then it went from her to Stephanie for Zachary. And then, so Stephanie had it down in Texas. So we had to try to put that thing after it's completely full. And you talk about a nightmare. Oh my gosh.
Okay, my watch just flipped over to 6 o'clock. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So the reason we're here tonight, can everybody hear me okay? Can you hear me, Gilly?
A little bit better than the last one.
I've got,
I still think you got people think about something for the audience here.
yeah. I want to thank everybody for coming. There's some question about what was done in the December 2023 board meeting as to the appointment of the 2 additional board members. So the way we're going to approach this tonight is the 3 elected board members in the August convention, myself, Glenn, and Russell. Go ahead and I'll open the floor for appointment of a new council president. Russell?
Brian.
Okay, I got a nomination. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next item on the agenda is the affirmation of the 2 new council members. I'm going to explain what we think happened, what we plan on doing about it, and then I will open it up to comments from the floor. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes, so choose your words wisely, and then we will proceed with reappointing. What I would like to do is proceed with reappointing Jenny and Dolores and then passing the resolution that officially installs them. What happened in the December meeting when we went back and looked at the video, the 5 members or the 5 residents that put their name in the hat, and there was a process that needed to take place to whittle the slate of candidates. Slate is the term that Alex used. To whittle the slate of candidates from 5 down to 2. And there were multiple ways to do that. The previous board just chose to have a paper ballot. The paper ballot was not secret. And you can disagree, because here it is. There was 1 ballot cast for Mike May and Dolores Honeycutt. 1 ballot cast for Dolores Honeycutt and Jenny Ribb. And another ballot cast for Dolores Honeycutt and Jenny Ribb. There's a tally sheet right here. And these are public documents. They're available for public inspection. Mike May had 1 vote. Dolores Honeycutt had 3 votes. Jenny Ribb had 2 votes. So that whittled the slate of 5 candidates down to 2. Dolores and Jenny. The next step, if you watch the video, was to pass a resolution officially installing them as council members. And we're going to hopefully redo that resolution tonight. If you want, in the video, the motion was made to pass the resolution, and there was a second. And then there was a bunch of discussion. Right after John Organist seconded, he was interrupted by Sandy. And just so you know, I'm not picking on you. That's the way it went in the video, and I was part of the discussion too in December. And there was several other people. At the end of all that discussion, about 10 minutes worth or so, Gloria asks, "Did you guys pass the resolution?" She asked Harry and Joyce and John. And John said yes. And then Harry asked, "Did we pass the resolution?" And they convinced themselves that they did. But there's no evidence that they all said aye in the video. So we've got 2 board members right now. They're kind of hanging in limbo. The most straightforward path forward, we feel as a board is, and a little bit in respect of what the previous board did, what they did I would call as incomplete. They didn't finally pass the resolution that needed to be passed to install the 2 new board members. We can talk all day about how that should have been done. But at this point, frankly, it's a little immaterial because we are where we are. And I want to get this taken care of, and I would like to move forward. So I would like to individually, from our 3 board members that were elected in August, nominate Dolores, get a second, and get a 3, at least 2 out of 3. Hopefully it's unanimous, a 3-aye vote to put Dolores on there, and the same process for Jenny. We're not going to use paper. We're going to get a nomination from an existing board member. So then that's going to be our 2 candidates. We have the resolution here to write in the 2 candidates' names. Then we will pass the resolution. We'll make a motion. We'll second it. And you'll get 3 ayes, hopefully, out of us with Jenny and Dolores's name in the resolution as the 2 new council members. Did I miss anything? And at this time, I will open it up to public comment. If anybody has any questions, don't tell me I did that great of a job explaining it. There's got to be some questions. None? Okay. The time for public comment on that is closed. I will entertain a motion for the first extra member seat by name.
I would like to nominate Dolores Honeycutt.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I was second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Can I get a nomination for the
Aye.
second?
I nominate Jennifer
Okay.
Ribb.
I get a second on that?
Aye.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Now, the 2 additional board members in the resolution are recommended to be Dolores and Jenny.
Hey, Brian,
Yes,
on the Dolores vote, was that a 2-1 or a 3-0?
it was 3-0.
Okay.
Dolores, is there 2 T's in Honeycutt? There is,
Sorry, I
isn't there?
couldn't hear.
Jennifer
H.
H-R-Y-B.
Mhm.
Okay. This isn't too long. Whereas the town of Westport is a duly formed municipal corporation within the state of Indiana, governed by its duly elected legislative body, the town council. Whereas Indiana Code 36-5-2-4.2 provides that the legislative body may adopt a resolution to submit a public question on the number of legislative body members to the voters of the town. Whereas on June 12th, the town council adopted resolution 2023-9 to submit to the voters of the town a public question concerning increasing the number of members on the town council from 3 to 5. Whereas on November 7th, 2023, the general election results confirmed that a majority of voters answered affirmatively to the public question concerning increasing the number of members on the town council from 3 to 5. Whereas Indiana Code 36-5-2-4.2E states in pertinent part that if a majority of votes cast on the question are in the affirmative, the legislative body shall adopt an ordinance at its next regular meeting following the election, altering the number of legislative body members to the number specified in the public question. An ordinance adopted under this subsection becomes effective January 1st following its adoption. Whereas pursuant to Indiana Code 36-5-2-4.2E, the town council shall adopt an ordinance increasing the number of members on the town council from 3 to 5 members at its next regular meeting on November 13th, 2023. Whereas on November 13th, the town council adopted ordinance 2023-5 pursuant to Indiana Code 36-5-2-4.2E, increasing the number of members on the town council from 3 to 5 members effective January 1. Now be it therefore resolved by the town council of the town of Westport in accordance with the provisions of Indiana Code 36-5-2-4.2F as follows. The following members are hereby appointed to the Westport Town Council: Dolores Honeycutt and Jennifer Ribb. Adopted by the Town Council of the Town of Westport, Indiana, this 23rd day of January, 2024. All right, so what we would do next is make a motion and second it, and that's as far as the other board got. I can open it up for discussion again if anybody wants to say anything before we pass this, but this makes it official. Is there any interest in, Sandy, any interest in saying anything?
Want it done correctly.
Okay, well, that's what we think we're doing on advice of council. If you're going to speak, please come up to the microphone.
Are we opening it to public?
Yep, we'll open it up to public comment.
I just have a question. These are 4-year terms, just like we talked about at the last time we voted them in.
To my knowledge, yes. I think the previous board passed an ordinance stating when the staggered terms would take effect, but I am not schooled on that yet. I think we've got time to figure that out. But at some point within the next 4 years maximum, all 5 seats will be up for popular vote with the town. But as of right now, like I said, we are where we are. We had 2 open seats. We've appointed to fill them, and that's where we're at. Okay, any other questions? Okay, comment closed. I'll entertain a motion to pass 2024-1.
I make that motion.
Okay, can I have a second? Second. Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Let the record show it was unanimous. You want us to sign this now? Oh, thank you. Yes. Got a little ahead of myself. Okay. At this point, it's my understanding for the rest of the meeting, the additional 2 members can participate. They're official. They can vote. Pass that down to Gloria, please. Glenn pointed out we did not appoint a vice president. At the January meeting, we nominated him and solidified that. So
I was at
I understand.
campaigning.
I understand. I'll entertain a motion to
Yes.
reappoint Glenn Black as the vice president, please.
Yes.
Okay, got a motion from Russell. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Jenny will second. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Did you vote for yourself?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You don't want to go?
We have,
In the church world, we don't vote for ourselves.
okay,
That's called humility.
okay, gotcha. So we have a president now and a vice president. Now, the rest of the agenda is kind of to redo what we did in the January meeting. So approval of the minutes from the December 11th. Do we need to do anything other than make the motion to approve the minutes, Gloria?
I didn't think so, as far as re-signing, because it's all the same council members that signed everything from that point. We just need to reaffirm all the votes for public record.
Okay. So who would like to make the motion that we approve the minutes of the December 11th meeting?
I can make that motion.
Okay, Jenny's made the
approve
motion.
Mhm.
Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
This is all formality here. We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous, thank you. The payroll vouchers and monthly bills that we approved in the January meeting, I'll entertain a motion that we reapprove those.
I'll make a motion, we approve those.
Okay, motion by Dolores. I have a second. Go ahead.
I'll take it.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. We have a motion and a second by Russell. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, the attorney contract, we did that in January for Alex. So there's nothing new. For those interested, he is $150 an hour and his legal assistant is $85 an hour. So I'll entertain a motion that we reapprove Alex's contract.
I'll second.
I didn't
Oh,
get a
I'm
motion
sorry.
yet.
Excuse me.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, have a motion from Glenn. We have a second from Dolores. All those in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
All opposed? That's unanimous. Okay, there's that one. Pass that down, please. Okay. Under the Commonwealth discussion that we had at the January meeting, signatures on the engineer agreement, is that,
That's just the
So-
council president and
Okay.
the clerk. Yeah.
so the agreement there was to allow me to sign on behalf of the town. So can I get a motion to approve me to sign on the Commonwealth engineering agreements?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Glenn made the motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Got a second out of Russell? And I believe in any time between a first and a second, if any of the other board members do have questions, speak up. All those in favor? Aye. Unanimous? Okay, the next was approval to start the redesign on the sewer project with a not to exceed of $10,000 to avoid the easement entanglement. Just FYI, I did get the updated drawings from Commonwealth today. I haven't had a chance to look at them or digest them. Did anybody else get them?
No.
Public comment.
Okay. What? You got them? Okay. I can forward them on. There's some drawings and PDFs and stuff, so I can do that. But was there a comment from the public?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Dolores made the motion, and I think maybe Glenn seconded. I remember that.
Oh, on the easement or on the
On the-
$10,000 redesign?
Yeah, not exceeding.
Not to
10,000.
exceed?
Yeah.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to approve the redesign. I don't, did she give a total? Give a bill with it?
I did not see it. It just.
Okay.
I think,
Okay.
Her comment at the last meeting was that she thought it would be less than that, but they wanted to have enough room.
Okay. But I think the work is done, so can we get a motion to go ahead and approve that?
I will make that motion.
Okay. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Dolores,
Yes.
second. She beat you. Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
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 Unanimous? Approval to pre-authorize council president to sign bidding documents prior to council meetings.
That's because we have the right-of-way maps that Alex had to sign off on, and then they need a council president's signature. And then Commonwealth can start the bidding process, and we're under a tight
This will save time.
timeline.
This
yeah,
will
with
save time.
SWF.
Okay. All right. So authorize me to sign the pre-bidding documents. Can I get a motion to do that, please?
I make that motion.
Okay. Motion by Glenn. Can I get a second, please?
I will second.
Jenny? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next we have is committee appointments. Russell, we had previously recommended that you be appointed to the SIRPC. If you're still willing to do that,
Yes.
okay, I'll entertain a motion to reappoint Russell as the Southeastern Indiana Regional Planning Commission representative from Westport. Somebody want to make that?
Sure, I'll do that for Russell.
Can I have a second?
You got one friend.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to reappoint Russell for SIRPC. All those in favor? Aye.
I couldn't vote because Glenn said I had to be humble.
All opposed? Any nays? All right. Motion carried. Okay, Decatur County Solid Waste Management appointment with Jenny Ribb. By the way, the solid waste lady did call me yesterday.
I emailed her today.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. So, Alex, I'd never make a good lawyer because you're supposed to know the answer to questions before you ask them. Can I, as chairman, make a motion myself, and can I second motions? I can? Okay. I haven't been, but thank you. I thought I could, but, okay. I'll make the motion.
Well, I'll second it because I'd like to see her on that.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second for Jenny Ribb to be the solid waste management representative. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? I guess I don't even need to ask that when I hear 5 ayes.
I
Okay.
was just being quiet so that Glenn didn't
Oh,
yell at
okay,
me.
okay. Emergency Management Board appointment. I told, forgot his name again. Who's the EMA?
Spears?
Brad Spear, thank you. The EMA guy that I would be willing to be a representative on that board. So if somebody would want to nominate me to serve on the EMA board as a small town rep.
I will nominate.
Thank you.
I'll
Can I-
second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. New business.
Just a second.
Yes, sir.
You want to explain about Brenda's being on those.
Oh, yes. So one of the appointments that is conspicuously absent from this, and we talked about it in the January meeting, is Joyce Brindley is still on the Board of Zoning Appeals as the Westport representative. And there's something funky about those terms. She has 1 more year left, and she's going to fulfill that. In order for us to reappoint somebody, she would have had to have resigned. But so that's just one appointment we don't need to worry about right now. We'll get to that next year when her term expires. Thank you. Okay. There are 2 other housekeeping items here. And Gloria talked to me about this morning. FYI, for anybody listening on YouTube, Terilyn, has anybody commented about? Okay, good. All right, thank you. I am keeping office hours down at the town hall Tuesdays from 4 hours, from 8 a.m. to noon. It's walk in, discuss whatever you want. I haven't really publicized it yet. And since we now have an official 5-member board, we can have a second member there too, if somebody wants to join me. Last Tuesday, Dolores was available. She came down. Today, I was there by myself. I talked to one of my neighbors about some drainage issues that he was having. He was going to come tonight. I said, hey, I'm going to be down at the town hall tomorrow if you want to come talk to me. And he took advantage of that. We chit-chatted for a couple hours. Talked to Damon a little bit this morning. I talked to Joe a little bit. Just took care of things. And I plan on continuing that on a weekly basis in that 4-hour time window. So it's worked now for 2 weeks, so I'm ready to go public with it. I'll be available. And I would like for my other board members, Jenny, I know you work. I am retired from Cummins now. Another revelation if people don't know that. I was kind of playing it kind of close to the vest. But for those of us that are retired and that are in town, I would like to rotate the second board member just so it's not always the same two.
I get back from Florida.
Yeah.
Rotate.
Yeah, and same for you, Glenn and Dolores. I'm not cutting you out on purpose.
I understand.
Okay. But that is one benefit.
And
that
if I ever get a Tuesday off, I will join you.
Okay, that would be great. Let me know, and I'm sure the rest of them would wave off and be happy to have you come. So, but that is an advantage that a 5-member board gives you is two people don't make a quorum, and you can, sit together and talk to town employees, talk to residents, whatever we need to do. So, okay. The resolutions here, 2024-3, we got 2024-2 and 2024-3. 2024-3 deals with the community building here and the new flooring in the kitchen and in the front room. And the work was done in 2023 and it takes a resolution, is my understanding, if we want to cash flow that against 2023 budget. And I think that makes a lot of sense.
We would have had to have the invoices by December 11th, and we got them after that. It was December, but it hit January's docket. So this is asking permission to put it on 2023's budget, not 2024's budget.
Yeah. And the money was there, but this is allowing us to take it out of last year's. I'll read the whole thing here if you want. Town council has the duty and authority to maintain and allocate funds as necessary from the adopted budget to maintain fiscal integrity of the town and maximize efficiency, whereas it becomes necessary to encumber funds for the end of the year 2023 for the fiscal integrity of the town of Westport. Now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the town of Westport, Indiana, that the clerk treasurer is notified and informed the council of the need to encumber funds for the following. The following sums are to be encumbered: Westport Community Building, General Buildings, $18,297.50, placed into Fund Line 1101001404 for items received in 2023 but invoices processed with January 2024 claims. For new, it's not only the flooring, there is a new sign that we're going to get that goes on the front of the building. Section 2, clerk treasurer is hereby authorized and directed to transfer that sum as indicated. The resolution shall be in full force and effect without further notice or further approval. So, does anybody have any questions about this?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2024-3. Can I get a second?
Yes, second.
Second from Dolores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. This 23rd day of January. Okay. This next one is 2024-2, resolution to transfer funds from one category to another within the 2023 budget, to provide a balanced 2023 budget at year end. Town Council of the Town of Westport hereby authorizes the clerk treasurer to transfer immediately the amounts listed on the attached form miscellaneous appropriation transaction list for December 31st, 2023. And Gloria talked to me about these. We've got motor vehicle operating supplies, motor vehicle assistant to street, $3,000. Gloria, was that the overtime?
Yeah, so the payroll was over by $3,000 and we have funding, additional funding in the operating, I think like 85% in the operating, but it's a different category. So I have to ask permission to switch categories
Okay.
to balance it.
The other one is local roads and streets operating supplies, $1,000 to local roads and streets professional services, $1,000. And that, I believe, was that engineering for the community crossings?
Yes.
$1,000 to cover that. And then cemetery salaries, and then cemetery repairs and maintenance, $3,500. And part of that was vandalism and a new garage door out at the cemetery. So it's 3,000, 1,000, and 3,500 that we're recommending to move via resolution here.
And it's not additional funding. It's only moving the permission from one category to another with the state.
Right. Okay, I will make the motion that we approve 2024-2.
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor? Aye. 23rd day of January. Okay. That takes us to the end of the agenda. I will open up the floor for public comment for pretty much wide open. Does anybody have anything they need to discuss? Okay. We'll close that. I want to say thank you for coming. I know it's nasty outside. I hope we can minimize the number of special sessions. I personally would like to get things done in regular meetings, but when I went and watched the video, I agreed with Alex. Time was of the essence. We needed to get this done. Russell, thank you for flying home.
I apologize for not making the
Well,
regular meeting.
That's okay. Things happen. You're here now, and I will make a motion that we adjourn.
I will second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
You have to go this one.